focus. Power overwhelming.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, for your Saturday, it's going to be a game featuring Snow and Shinee here on Pantheon. Bottom left, it is Snow. Top right, Shinee. Shinee's an incredible Terran player, and you're like, hey, how come Shinee's not an ASL if he's such a great player? The answer is because he's banned from ASL for not showing up to matches a couple of years ago. I say give him another chance. People change, people grow, people mature. And I'd like to see him represent Terran in ASL 21, but maybe not. Maybe the people who run ASL hold a grudge for a very long time. So again, Shinee here on Pantheon for your Saturday. Love this dude, man. I don't cast enough Shinee games. I mean, RJB has got a whole bunch of them he's sent me, but I just don't do it enough and as much as I should. So, Pantheon, look at how wide open the center of this map is. It is ginormous. You do have areas you kind of attack through, kind of defend with tanks a little bit. These little positions, you get tanks on there, this base dies. It's like a press button and win now kind of a thing. Not many of those in StarCraft Brood War, I gotta say. That's the fun thing about Pantheon. So we'll see what we get here from both of these players. Obviously, Shinee's going to try to get tanks on there. Obviously, Snow's going to try to stop him from doing it. Now, Snow is not banned from ASL. Huh. Snow, in fact, is a semifinalist for ASL 21. He's probably the favorite to win it at this point. What do we have? Soma, Snow, Barracks, and Bisu. Now, you might be like, Barracks? How's Barracks in there? Well, he's being coached by Flash, for one thing. He's playing very well, for another. The other thing is, Soma's very scary, obviously. Bisu winning an ASL in 2025 would be like, I don't know, all the old heads would just be so happy about it. Like, just beyond pleased. Beyond pleased about Bisu, their favorite Protoss player, winning an ASL in his old and infirm state. Should we take a guess at how old Bisu is? All right, you tell me right now how old do you think Bisu is. I'll give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Why do we not have his age in Wikipedia? He's 35. There we go. 35. He was born in 89. He was born in the 80s. Dude, my kids talk about the 90s like it was the previous, you know, like it was the 18th century. The 80s is prehistoric times as far as they are concerned. So yeah, he was born in the 80s. He's an old man. The old man winning an ASL would be mind exploding. Anyway, really just casual, safe opening here from both of these players. They both have their gas. Factory on the way. Cool. We've got a Dragoon on the way. Also cool. It's cross spawn. A Nexus first would have been really good, but he didn't really know where Shinee was. And he probably recognizes this Smurf name for him. 561, 651, 561, 561, 515. Pretty recognizable stream of numbers there. Expanding. Neat. SCV saw what was going on, saw the expansion. It's not some crazy 2 or 3 gate pressure build. On a cross spawn map like Pantheon, that's the dumbest build you can go. Don't try it. Like, even if you love a 3 gate pressure build, don't try it cross spawn against a Terran. On Pantheon, of all maps, it's a big map. It's very big. It gives us crazy macro games as a result, although some short ones do. Because even the big maps can have really fast, like, for example, 2 gates in the middle of the map, Zealot timings. Or proxying some racks. Building a bunker down here, shutting the Protoss down that way. Steve the SCV scouts around, says, "What is up, fools? I am scouting, and I'm seeing everything you're doing, man. I see the Cybercore spinning." And I'm dead now, but I got all the information that I needed. If you want to honor Steve the SCV, you can buy merch at falconpaladin.store. There are links below the video here. Pretty neat, huh? Only took me like 10 years to figure out how to attach the merch to the bottom of the videos so people can just click on them when they're here instead of going to another website entirely. Fancy. Fanciest of pansiest. But yeah, Steve the SCV merch is there. Terror the Overlord. We've got Robert the Zealot in the house as well, if you're into that stuff. Everybody represented. And some Falcon Paladin logo stuff available too. Hoodies. It's getting colder in the northern hemisphere, folks. It is the middle of October. Yeah, the snows are coming for a lot of us. Some of us know. Some people in the northern hemisphere never get snow, but a lot of us do. and a lot of us complain about it. Anyway, anything crazy with his opening? What are we getting? Machine Shop going to go for? We've got Spider Mines. I'm going to say Vulture Speed. Zoom, zoom. Not a fast Vulture. There it is. Vulture Speed next. I was right. Look at me guessing correctly. Dragoons are pretty good against everything here. Going to try to bring some Marines and a Siege Tank and Vultures down and try to break through this. Maybe get on top of some of these probes. If that's where we're at. Ooh, Reaver Tech coming in at 5 minutes. Big fan of Reaver Tech defending against stuff like this, especially if the Terran doesn't have siege mode yet, and he doesn't. And I think Beastie might be getting lucky here, although Shiny's pulling back. Shiny's like, maybe not. Maybe not something I want to do here today. Engineering Bay coming in. Did he sniff out? He didn't see the Reaver Tech with that SCV, did he? Even if he didn't, you can just kind of blind get a couple turrets up because chances are Protoss will going Reavers against you in PvT, especially if it's Snow, who is probably the best Reaver player in the world. In the world, folks. Siege Tech on the way. You're not going to forget about it, Shiny. You're too good for that. What I love about Shiny is he's like, I don't care if you ban me from ASL. I'm going to keep competing. I'll compete in stuff I can. I'm allowed to compete in. I'll ladder. I'll show you fools I belong in ASL, and I'll make you look dumb for keeping me out. I kind of appreciate the mindset. It's like, dude, show up to your matches, dummy, but also prove them wrong. Like, prove them that you belong. Good scout on that shuttle, by the way. That's why spider mines out of the map are a good tool. So he's like, if that shuttle's leaving, maybe there's not a Reaver to defend against my little pushdown here near natural base. How's that sound? Good? Bad? Real bad, actually. Do you want to come home? No? Okay! Wow. Yeah, sieging these tanks up. Like 5 Dragoons, 6 Dragoons is not going to stop this. Turrets are being built at your front, and Snow is unconcerned. Snow is sending the shuttle into the main base of Shiny, being like, I think we're good. Dude, these 3 tanks are terrifying. But guess what's terrifying? Reaver in your main. Bam, tank shot. Bam, Zealot finishes it off. Robert the Zealot in here. Reavers into your mineral line. Oh, turret getting sniped. Beautiful there. SCV on the run out. No, getting caught up and not getting any damage done whatsoever. Dragoons are just kind of sitting back, waiting to see when the move up happens, because then they're going to try to jump on these siege tanks, repositioning. Dragoons try to punch in, but dude, bunker being positioned as well. This game is insane. Reaver's got a few kills. Some SCVs have died. It's still 40-40 effectively. The Reaver is going to get picked up and saved because it's a Snow Reaver. On the other side of it, tanks in range of that Nexus could spell imminent doom. Oh, good connection on SCVs there. And another couple SCVs go down. And another one! Ah, ha, 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 says Snow, laughing maniacally to himself in his gamer chair. These tanks need to push up. You can push up, man. I know there's a lot of Dragoons down here. There's another Reaver back here, too. Oh, no. Clumped up SCVs. Clumped up SCVs. Get them out of there. Get them. Unclump them. Okay, so that Scarab gets caught behind minerals. Does nothing. Finally, the shuttle dies. That means the Reaver dies, and that's done with. This is still here, man. These tanks are still alive. He's trying. He's trying to get a tank in range. He's got a tank in range of the Nexus. Holy Haralabob, folks. He's doing it. If this Nexus dies, Snow's done. He's done. He can't win 1 base versus 2 base. Oh, that Scarab run was awesome. Trying to get Reaver stuff out here to shut this out. It's 1 hit on the tank, gets another hit on the tank. Oh, he kills the tank that was firing on the Nexus. Beautifully done. I'm going to epic tag this game. I don't care what happens from here. This has been awesome. And then 2 tanks with a bunker is enough, apparently, for Snow to try to get out of here. Tank dead, target fired, tank dead. Reaver getting the shot off that helped kill it. Bunker down as well, and I think Snow... Yeah, oh my gosh, the Reaver stuff. The Reaver stuff. You watched this game for the Reaver stuff for Snow, didn't you? Even if you're not a Snow fan, even if you're not a Protoss fan, you just you have to be so impressed. Just being agog. That's a fun vocabulary word. Agog. More factories coming in. Terran still pretty happy about this. I mean, lost a bunch of SCVs. Can't be too happy about it. 46 to 45 workers. Even position for the Protoss not good, though. Terran brilliantly smiling ear to ear, grinning ear to ear about this. Vulture scouting around. Is there a base here? Yes. And again, to get in this base is scary because tanks on the high ground means the base dies. And that's why these Dragoons are parked here instead of anywhere else on the map. Vulture gets back. A couple shots off on a probe. 52 SCVs to 46 probes. This is looking good for Shinee. Is he going to try to... I mean, third base here is pretty viable. You need minerals for the Vultures anyway. 12 o'clock is better. You don't have to worry about tanks in a PvT if you're the Terran. Ha-ha! Turns out, Psystorm is on the way. What else is going on out there? We're just kind of hanging out, chilling out. Charon boost coming in. Any movies coming out? What's the one that, wow, just lost everything. Timothy Chalamet is in. Timothy Chalamet. There's something coming out. Marty Supreme. That's what it is. So Marty Supreme's coming out. Now, here's why I'm interested in this. I don't necessarily... I'm not just going to watch a movie because Timothy Chalamet's in it. I haven't seen everything that he's in. I like him in stuff like Dune. I think he's great in Dune Part 1 and Part 2, but otherwise, I don't know. But the question is, are we in a situation in Hollywood these days where a big name can sell a movie by themselves? Because back in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, even the 50s, the 40s, big stars sold movies. If you had Cary Grant in a film, it was going to do well, right? Audrey Hepburn, you were going to do well. If you had for a while there, it was Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey was just going to sell tickets to whatever he was in the 90s, for example. And then we kind of stopped doing that. I don't know if those exist anymore. So the question is, if Timothy Chalamet can open a movie that is not a sequel, that is not part of a franchise, that's not part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe or something like that, and make a ton of money with it in a movie that nobody knows what it's about and nobody's heard of it before, called Marty Supreme, and that's a good sign. Storm drop! Oh, the humanity! Oh my gosh, there were like 55 SCVs and now there's 37? Okay, maybe 51, but still, that was like 15 SCVs dead on that storm drop. Okay, well, Snow knows how to even it up. He was down to workers. Now he's up 60 to 40 in the worker count. He's got a fourth base up the left side. The Terran's like, oh, do I have money to get a fourth base now? Or a third base, excuse me. Fourth base, nothing. Anyway, the point is, if Marty Supreme is a big success, it could be an indication that maybe we're in a position where big Hollywood stars can sell movies by themselves, which is an interesting concept. It's not, I mean, it doesn't really have much value in the real world, but I don't know. I like to be up on different things that are going on in different industries. We've got Command Center. There is a third CC here, but landing it is going to be a process. Snow is going to try to shut this thing down as long as he can. If he can shut it down forever, that'd be awesome. But I think his plan is to delay the landing of this command center there. Yeah, that barracks was bait. But dude, 4 basing it back here, 65 probes. Snow went from my natural base is getting smashed by a siege tank to cool. Let's get a 4th base. Let's tech up. Let's get an amulet, more Psy Storms, more shuttle type stuff here. We can get a win. Yeah, delay, but not shut down. If he was going to try to shut this thing down, he wouldn't have a 4th base. He would be 3 basing it. Good storm. He'd be 3 basing it, trying to shut it down. Although this is a little bit more Okay, targeting the tanks with the Storm, because if the tanks are dead, the Dragoons can handle everything else. The Reaver can too on some level, but Shiny's just got too much here, man. His tank's a +1 attack. 5 of them back that way. Third base does land quite successfully. Got to be happy about that one. And then, once again, preventing tanks from getting up onto this high ground. Oh, Spider-Mine connections. So good. So good. Oh, Dragoons finding unsieged siege tanks. Oh, gosh. Dragoons tried. Dragoons tried their very best. Fifth base coming in left side from Snow, casually counting. That's what I do sometimes in casts. Math is hard. Even basic math. Trying to get a Reaver drop up into the third, but got turrets, got Spider-Mines, got tanks. Probably not a good recipe for you to get some work done up there, unfortunately, with those Reavers. Second forge on the way for the Protoss, further upgrades, maybe expanding down here too. Escorting and expanding. This is how you have to do. It's not really something you can do in other matchups. You don't really want to expand this much against Zerg or against Protoss. But if you're a Protoss player in a PvT, you kind of have to do this. You're just assuming eventually you're going to lose bases, and the more bases you lose, the worse it is for you, unless you have bases that can replace them. So say this base gets killed, well, they got this one, and hopefully this one. Say these bases get killed, well, then you have this one, and hopefully this one. Make up for it. Because Shinee getting a third base up, dicey. Dicey situation here, especially with the tanks with the 2-1 upgrades. Eventually, the Terran's going to try to move out. Going to try to push across the map. Maybe try to get this, or maybe just go for the kill, go for the jugular. Here in the main could be a good thing. I guess while I'm ranting about stuff, check out the live streams. I'm here 7 days a week on the channel, doing stuff like playing StarCraft, playing the Brood War Reverse campaign, which has been a lot of fun. Playing stuff like Warhammer. Specifically the Dawn of War campaign from 2004 that got remastered recently. So RTS out here, other stuff too. Feel free to check it out. Come by, say hello. Also, check out my Falcon Paladin Plays channel. I'm sure you've heard about it. That's where all the VODs go for stuff where Falcon's playing, or he's doing stuff other than StarCraft. Trying to keep this channel very StarCraft focused for the VODs and everything you see, you know, standalone VOD type stuff, which is what you guys have been used to for so many years. So I'll put a link to the Falcon Paladin Plays channel in the description. Feel free to click on it and subscribe as well. Not that hard to do. Just trying to get 500 subs out there and feel like you guys can get me there. Like, what, 3,000, 4,000 people are going to watch this game? Seems pretty doable. EMP's on the way. Snow expanding, dribble expanding south. He's expanding north. He's expanding everywhere because he knows the Terran is coming for him. He is preparing for that day. I don't know why he's coming so deep. He killed a Goliath for a Dragoon and took a ton of damage to these Dragoons as well. Not ideal. Love a good EMP. Love these Vultures using this bit of an alternate path down the right side to try to see, is there a base here? Oh my gosh. Ooh, they didn't check. They didn't check. Oh, that's incredible. If they checked, they could have killed this probe and prevented this base from getting up, or again, delayed this base from coming up. 4 cannons seems to be a pretty good number to deal with this many Vultures, although your probes would probably all die. The Vultures would die too, and I'm not sure that's something that Shiny's too interested in right now. So yeah, I love it. Shinee with EMP. Love the spell casting. Love the Storm from our guy, Snow too. Spider-Mine gets dragged. Ooh, yes. Ooh, beautifully done. But Reavers are better against you guys. Probably should have run. Snow trying to make sure this right side 4th base isn't easy to get up either. A lot of Protoss is just kind of about slowing down the enemy. And I mean, it's true in general. In generally every matchup, you want to do something to try to slow down your enemy economically, but Protoss kind of needs to. Kind of needs to do it against Terran, kind of needs to do it against Zerg. It's a moral imperative. SCV dead. Engineering Bay dying would be pretty good. I don't know. Kind of feel like I would rather stay up there and try to kill the Engineering Bay than come down there into that tank line. But he didn't know the tanks were there. He didn't have vision on it. Oh, he did get a Vulture down here. Oh, did he pick up the probe? No. This Reaver could shut this down. He doesn't know if there are spider mines down that way, and he's microing this Dragoon. Ooh, takes a friendly Vulture out with him, too. High Templar make it out. This base needs to come up. Snow is doing great, but he should have this one, too. Terran has not been on the move out. We are 19 minutes into this game, and Terran's just basically sitting here on 4 bases, being active with the Vultures, and not much else. Oh, that was sick. Did he take... Yeah, he avoided taking a hit there. Unload the Reaver on the Spider Mine so it pops up out of the ground. The other Reaver shoots it, kills it. Pick up the Reaver before it takes the Spider Mine hit. Bam, Bob's your uncle. That was so good. That is so tricky to do. And one of the things you'll see in high-level pro games you will not see anywhere else. Carriers. This is a pretty good map for carriers. Is he scanning for the carriers? He is. No, he wasn't actually scanning for the carrier, but check it out. Cybercore running. Cybercore moving. Now we're going to play the game. When does Shinee realize it's a carrier transition at 20 minutes? Stargate coming in. It's got to be a carrier transition. He has so much gas. He's also throwing up 100 gateways in case he loses. Yeah, in case he loses his main. Yeah, he's expanding down here, too. So, for a while, the next little bit of the cast is me paying attention to the sound of scans. Nice D-Matrix. Help keeping that tank alive. It's alive. Waiting for a second Stargate. This could be a fake out, man. This could be him faking it out. If he doesn't build another... Oh, never mind. He got a fleet beacon. He just popped up. Yeah, fleet beacon, cybercore, scanning again. More worried about this. Just, again, poking, prodding, kind of freeing up supply for carriers eventually, but you don't want to free them up too early because then you get murked before your carriers are ready to go. But yeah, this base coming in is so big for Snow. Massive scan here again. Delay the push, because if the push shows up and the carriers aren't ready to go, the push wins. That's the stakes we're sitting at right now. Snow is not actually building any carriers. He has the supply to do it, but he's kind of sitting on gateway tech for now. More High Templar. These gateways are being used. Look how many gates he has, man. He's got like 47 gates. It's so many. Once again, no idea that carrier tech exists. None. Carriers are not on the way, so maybe Shinee is okay. If carriers never actually get made here, then he doesn't, you know, he never needed the Goliaths in the first place. A couple, yeah, to snipe off shuttles. Yeah, 10 Dragoons, 9 Zealots at a time. Snow's decided to try to go Gateway Man against Shinee. He's got the tech for carriers, and he's like, maybe later, but right now... We're just trying to delay, trade, and trade, and trade, and trade. Get Zealots, ow, on top of those tanks as much as possible. SCV says, is there anything over here? Oh. Oh. Okay, sieging up again, pushing top left. But Snow doing what he can, Psystorm in, pushing the tanks back, right? Tank, where they be matters the most. Tanks, 100 tanks are scary, but 100 tanks sitting right here in the main are not scary. The tanks out here, scary. Scarier, scarier, scariest, right? Try to avoid getting to that point. Snow's expanding again. Snow, I keep looking at the production tab, expecting to see a big balloon in production, but no. He's not. It's all gateway stuff. It's all skinny things. I mean, Dragoons are kind of thick, but not the big boys that the carriers are. We're going to take every base on this map. Close to taking this one. Close to taking this one. Yeah, I wonder if Snow just feels like he didn't have time. Like, even though he's been delaying very well, he just didn't have time to get the carriers out because he is... Oh, just kidding. Just fired up 3 carriers. He's like, well, now that the tanks are in the scary position, I guess I'll start making carriers. Scans in. Still doesn't know it's carriers. He's making 4 Goliaths at a time. But his recent scans have not found the carriers. So I don't know... I don't think he knows it's carriers yet. Because, yeah, still making tanks. Still worried about what's in front of him. Which, I get it. You're playing a game. You're worried about what's in front of you. It's very hard to also worry about stuff that's going on back home or in other places on the map. Or other games have this, too. Worrying about your inventory. Worrying about, you know, something that you should have picked up earlier. You need just everybody focus on what's in front of them. And I mean, this is just pure time buying. This is casually trying to keep the tanks from killing all this. Trying to keep them from heading down this way too and getting up on that there high ground. More scans in, sees a ton of gateways. Nothing to worry about. More tanks, more vultures, couple Goliaths, sure. Sprinkling Goliaths in. Psy stormed up. Tanks dying, not dematrixed. Tanks die more easily here. Nice target fire on that tank that had been stormed to finish it off. And yeah, he made 3 carriers. Made like, yeah, 3 carriers. The rest of the time, it's gateway stuff. Continuing to scan this. I don't know what that scan was for. He's got a science vessel right here. Probably just reflex. More than anything else. Yeah, he doesn't know that there are carriers, but also he knows there's a ton of gateway units coming out of these gateways to try and kill him, so he doesn't need a ton of Goliaths. He simply doesn't. This has been a very, very slow push here from everybody's favorite Terran, Shinee. I mean, it's just the nature of tanks, man. They can't move while they're in the most powerful state, and so it just creates a situation where the Terran is going to slow push. Going to be a slow destruction is what it is. And when I play StarCraft, it's the same thing. When I'm Protoss and I'm Zerg, I'm fast. I'm around the map. I'm moving. But when I'm Terran, I'm just like... An hour later, I've moved 4 feet across the map. I've killed a base, you know. This is the nature of the thing. Psy stormed up. And the Nexus is gonna die. I think I appreciate that Snow's trying to save this thing, but bam, it's dead. Again, the more you can make your enemy Terran work for your base that they're killing, the better off you are. Whoa! Carrier capacity is on the way. That should have maybe showed up a little bit earlier than this. But okay. Man, Snow's on 9 bases, and he's got 1,000 minerals and 400 gas in the bank. He is spending like crazy. And as long as he's spending relatively equivalent, he can win this thing because he's got more bases. The Terran can't keep up at this spending level for as long as Snow can. Yeah, look at that. Base for the Terran. Base for the Protoss here would be nice. The final unexpanded 2 base on the map. I love the Archons. Come on, guys. Right here, right in front of all of these siege tanks. Getting up this ramp's going to be a pain in the butt, and it's kind of it's an up and down thing here on Pantheon. It's not really an up. We know that. It's annoying. Charging in again. Buying time. I don't know that I've seen a PvT where the Protoss is just buying time more than this from Snow. He's been buying time for the last 10 minutes. Buying time. The Terran push is extremely bogged down. Is he gonna GG? Wait, what? Shinee, no! Shinee! Wait, he didn't scan and see the carriers, did he? That would make the most sense. If he didn't scan and see the carriers, what are we doing, man? We play. He gets the Nexus. He's like pushing up here. I don't know. I guess maybe he just doesn't have enough money to remax. He's bleeding off units too fast. This is a very weird PvT. Like this happens, right? And then he scans, he sees that the Protoss has that base, and he's like, oh, he's all the way down there too? That's bad. And then this Archon's an issue, that he kills it. What does... I mean, I think the carriers were going to kill him anyway. I think there were enough carriers by the time he recognizes what's happening. He doesn't have the money to hang. I think Snow just expanded enough and made good enough trades for 30 minutes that Shinee just fell over dead. Yeah, he's got 100 minerals in the bank. He can't even remax. He doesn't have the money for it. He's not on as many bases. He scans that, he scans that. He's... Oh, okay. That was it, yeah. And that's why. That's why you Let this be a lesson to you, Terran players. Scan the main every once in a while. Goodness, if you're playing against a good Protoss player like Snow, and it's 30 minutes into the game and you haven't scanned the main once, you probably deserve to lose. You simply deserve to lose. So that was a fun game early, right? The Reaver stuff was super fun. The tank pressuring with the bunker at the front and the turret from Shinee was also crazy fun, but then Snow just played the delay game. Delay the third, delay the fourth, delay the fifth, delay the push, get carriers in the meantime, and eventually you'll kill the Terran if you delay them well enough, and he did. That's it. He simply delayed well enough. So, I mean, exciting first 10 minutes, and then after that, it was like, okay. Snow is just squeezing the life out of this guy, Shinee, in a way that it's impossible. Impossible for Shinee to win from that position. So there you go, friends. End of the day, 232,000 points to 203 in favor of Snow. Got outproduced, but the killing was even. See, that's... Well, actually, the money's going to be the big thing here. 11 to 11 is kind of fun. On buildings raised, and the outspend is chunky. That's a big chunk. That's like 30-40% more. I'm not sure that's how math works, but we're gonna do it anyway. So GG. And that's gonna be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered for your Saturday. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.